Hey guys, it's Tim back again with another review of a portable piano. This time it's the Lexington Intelligent Splicing Piano. I have no idea what this is like. I haven't been paid by Lexington to do this. I've just ordered this online and I'm keen to just try it out, unbox it, have a bit of a play and let you know what I think. Let's check it out. Alright, let's see what it's all about. Okay, so first things first, we have a pedal and we have a cat in the background. Hello. First things first to check, is it going to click every time I press on it? No. Okay, one win for Lexington. Congratulations on not making a pedal for a portable piano that clicks all the time. Okay, let's have a look what else we've got. Looks like the overview, so get started guide. We also have a USB, that'll be the power cable. And oh look, they've actually provided us with a USB adapter, which is nice. Now I bought this online from America, so I've got an American plug, but I'm going to assume that that's just the regular phone connector. But then again, maybe I shouldn't, just in case the power's wrong. I'll let you know when I plug it in. Alright, so let's have a look. What have we got here? Not a huge amount of padding in the box. I'd be a little bit worried potentially that without any polystyrene around the edges, although it's not very environmentally friendly, it does protect products when they're in transit. This one only has a little bit of bubble wrap, so I'll be interested to see what it's like on the inside. Obviously comes with this carry bag, which has got an arm carry, so you can carry it over your arm, which is pretty cool. All right, and let's have a look at the actual instrument now. I'm getting a sneak peek here. It's not particularly heavy. I can hold it with one hand, but it's not the lightest thing. I couldn't hold that up with one hand for very long, both those two pieces. So by splicing piano, it comes in two actual pieces that splice together. Now, as I've said, I've never done this before, so let's give it a shot. So I'm going to take the wrapping off. So this is one half, and these are 88 keys. And just looking at it to start with, I have to say I'm impressed. Can you see the key tops have that kind of piano-like? It's quite a nice touch. I can see that the keys are full size as well. I can't move the keys, so there must be something preventing them. I can see underneath here there's some tape, so I'll need to finish removing that before I play. But first glance, I have to say this has been the best of my portable keyboards, just to look at and see the touch of the keys so far. So that's one half. And then we've got the other half here. And this is the half with the controller. This is also the half with the connectors. So what have we got? We've got headphones. We've got MP3. So I assume that's an MP3 input. I'll have to check that. Mic, sustain pedal. So there'll be a damper pedal. USB, and that'll be your power. And there's an on-off switch. And then we've got a keyboard very similar to what we saw in the roll-up piano controller with the LED, the speaker, and a variety of keys to press here. So I reckon we should plug it in and see what it's actually like. But first, before that, I need to work out how to put the two pieces together. So firstly, I'm going to take off the polystyrene here, or the foam I should say. And now you can see there's some kind of electrical connector here, which I'm going to have to connect to this somehow. Oh, and this, I've just noticed too, this has got, looks like it's got an end cap. So it must be possible to use this in this configuration, I'm guessing, or you can splice it together and add the extension, probably by taking this end part off. So let me do a little bit of research in the manual and I'll make sure I'm showing you how to do this right. So having a look through the manual, there's actually a lot of features in here, many of which you probably won't necessarily use, but it looks like it definitely does have recording functions. Record over here, we've got the volume, we've got the different, there's always a heap of different sounds available. You can split the keyboard, you've got a metronome, you've got rhythm patterns, the usual kind of things that you would find in one of these digital instruments. I can't actually see any obvious instructions about how to splice these two instruments together, which seems a little bit strange. So I'm going to have to try and work it out myself. This side's obviously ready to connect. So let's work out how on this side we've got a clip here. I'm going to assume this is something to do with, oh, here we go. Aha. Oh, and now we've got masking tape under here. Wow, that is sticky tape. I feel like I'm doing damage. All right, we've got rid of the tape now, so we'll see if that end pops off. Ah, there we go. And now I can see the connector that the other end's going to go into. So let's see if I can put these two together now. Beautiful, there we go. And isn't that cool? The connector, or the clip that was holding the end piece on, can now be used to hold the two pianos together. And that, you know what, that's not actually a bad connection. As long as you put this on the table, it will be quite stable. Now I've also noticed that there's another piece of masking tape along this set of keys. So I'm actually going to take that off before I connect them together, because it does wrap around the side here. And then we'll plug it in and give it a go. I gotta say, getting this masking tape off is a real pain because it keeps splitting and leaving a little strip down here. I might go from this end. It feels really bad. It feels like I'm doing some serious damage to these keys by pulling this off, I gotta say. Okay. You know what? That actually feels pretty good, I gotta say. All right, let's connect the two together again. There we go, put the clip on. All right, I think it's time to power it up. So I just had a look, and the included charger has its voltage rating on the side, which is an output of 5 volts. So I should have no issue using the my phone charger. Let's be the test for you. Interestingly, I've just noticed that the connector is USB-C, which indicates to me that this is actually a relatively modern invention. Okay, so we've got it turned on. Let's actually play it and see how it feels and sounds. You know what, I have to say, out of all the instruments that I've reviewed that are of this really portable type that you can kind of break up or fold up, the action on this is actually not far off a physical digital keyboard. It's got a very reasonable amount of travel, not as much as a full piano, but it has full-size keys, and it's got, well, they're very close to full-size. And the key tops, as I mentioned right at the start, the first thing I noticed was the key tops. They've put some effort into adding that that kind of matte finish to the key tops, which makes it much more comfortable to play and much more realistic. I think the keys are probably just a fraction shorter than normal, because when I move into the black keys, it does feel a little bit cramped. However, you can play in there quite comfortably. I like the sound, the volume. You've got speakers at both ends, so you have got more of a surround sound to the music you're playing. And let's just try volume. So this is at maximum volume now. It's not buzzing or distorting at all there, which is great. We'll turn it back down again. Now, it's got a whole heap of demos and songs and things like that. So why don't I show you the keyboard's controller and let you know what's over there. Right, now that we've had a look at the keypad, let's try out the pedal. And this is where a lot of these instruments absolutely fail, unfortunately. This one, at least at first glance, seems to have a pretty regular keyboard pedal, and it doesn't click. Brilliant. So let's plug it in and see what it's actually like to play as I would a real piano. So I'm going to plug this in the sustain slot. Let's just check that it's going to work. Seems to be pretty good. Let's put it down here. Alright, so trying to play a little bit of a Chopin scherzo is quite tricky, but that's a pretty advanced piece of music, as would be the... that kind of, you know, those advanced works are always going to be really clunky to play on any kind of digital instrument, particularly a folding or interlaced or spliced piano like this one. So I would never recommend, if you're an advanced player, trying to practice on an instrument like this. However, I have to say that out of all the instruments that I've tried, there is no doubt that the action on this is most representative of a real piano, and particularly a regular digital piano that you might get from any of the number of manufacturers. I've also been really excited to find that this seems to be the only one that can hold a charge. So if I unplug this, I don't know if it's charged enough, but the lights are still on. So it could actually be useful if you're a gigging musician, a traveling musician, you need to play at a wedding or two, something like that. The music's not very difficult, or you're accompanying yourself. This seems to run on battery, and it does give you a warning when the battery's going to go flat, which is pretty cool. Now, this one also has a little music rest in here. Now, there doesn't seem to be anything I can fold up to hold something, but if I just put a clipboard in there or something like that, will it actually stay there? Kind of. You could probably, you know, at a pinch, you could rest a lead sheet or two on there while you're playing your gig. And there's a little lip here, those little catches that will stop it falling right out. So that's, you know, a really useful addition to this as well. All right, so just before I wrap up this review, I've just found out that it seems to have Bluetooth and an app as well. So I'm just going to download the app and test it out. Well, I've been able to connect the Lexington to the app. It's wanting me to sign in and do all these kind of different things, so I'm not going to do that. But it does look like there's a whole lot of play-along backing tracks and things in here that you could explore if you're a pianist and looking to do some more pop music or play-along tracks. So that's pretty cool. So given that it does have Bluetooth, you could be connected to just about any of your favorite apps, things like GarageBand, and be able to play along and record into it. So that's a pretty cool feature. So let's finish off by trying to put it back into the carry bag that it came along with. So here's the carry bag. I've just unplugged the pedal there. Great to finally get a portable piano with a good pedal. All right, let's uncouple. So you know what I might do is actually just make sure, and we'll see if this is actually playable with only half the piano too. So let's just turn it back on. Now it's got some charge in it already, so I'm actually not plugged in. Let's just turn that on. Voila. And we have one speaker down here. So it's obviously the bottom half of the piano, but it wouldn't surprise me if in here you could actually change that and say, I want this to be the middle C, perhaps here. And that is, I mean, that is a super, you could almost air guitar this one. That is a super portable instrument with a really great action for an instrument of this weight and this size. Now, I'm not sure how best do you just stack these on top of each other? Or are they meant to click together? I don't even know. Not really sure. Let's just put them like that. Put them in. There you go. Put the pedal in as well, I guess. And you could go off to your gig. Well, I hope you enjoyed that review of the Lexington Intelligent Splicing Piano. Some of those things that I really enjoyed about that was the fact that 1, the pedal was great. 2, the action, pretty damn good for something that's breakable in half and is quite light too. I like the fact that you can play it in either full 88 key format or half that. I like that you can also charge it, and I like the speakers had a bit of oomph without distorting. All really great features and easily surpassing any of the other ones that I've recently reviewed. So congratulations to Lexington and Alien Music for making a pretty good portable instrument for musicians. Now, if you enjoyed this review, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell so we notify you when we next go live. And if you're a music teacher and you're looking for more training, support, and resources, then we've got you absolutely covered in our Top Music Pro membership. Just head to topmusicpro.com. We'll put all the links below, including where to buy this and our membership information below. And of course, as always, leave me a comment or a question. I'm more than happy to answer them. Thanks, everyone.